G'day guys, how you going? Welcome back. Welcome to another one of Holmeseys cooking adventures. Good to be back. Friday night. Finished work, came straight to Heathcote HQ. The objective is to go and get some wood and work on the decking project. As I've said before in the past, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the timber. I may have to go up to Bendigo. So I'd like to get that done tomorrow. But as far as the camp cooking goes, I'm looking to do a Korean style fried chicken for yous. And I've never done it before myself. This is something I researched and saw on YouTube myself, so I want to have a bit of a go because I want to start getting into making a bit of Korean, Asian rices and chickens and something a little bit different. And this is not something that I'm good at and I don't know much about, so I'm going to teach myself and bring you along for the ride and see how I go. Now, if I sound a little bit clogged up, I've got a little bit of the common cold, not the COVID kind, but just the everyday stuff, so I'll do my best. But I've just been chopping up some wood and I've got the fire going. I'm just waiting for that fire to die down. Tonight's not really an adventure cook. I'm on my own, there's no kids with me tonight. Hang on, we've just got a kangaroo. There you go. I don't want to scare. Nah, pissing off. Yeah, I'll basically give the alpacas some lucerne, and obviously the kangaroos are hungry because it hasn't really been growing, the grass I mean, and they come in and pinch all my lucerne. Have a look at these two bozos. I don't know why they piss off, because when you're sitting near the fire they come up to you and all that, so anyway, it doesn't matter. Where was I digress. So yeah, tonight I'm on my own for the whole weekend, which is the whole point of the exercise, is to try and get some work there, but I don't know if I'm going to get the wood done. So decking tomorrow, some Korean style chicken tomorrow. I don't know if I'll attack the rice part. I just want to try and get the chicken thing done. And it's very simple. I just want to try it. I'll put a few cutlets on the fire shortly. I'm just waiting for it to die down. Just a bit of coleslaw. Quick and easy tonight. And we'll try and make a bit of a video. Since the last one, I think it's been about 3 weeks. Hope you enjoyed the one at the Kendler Rally. That was pretty full on. I'm just looking at this kangaroo again, darting around my food. Sorry, I'm distracted. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that one last time. So we'll make another one this weekend and see if we can't rip out a short video, and hope you enjoy it. So I'll see you soon. Just getting me hot plate, guys. I've got those coals pretty much how I want them. We'll let that heat up. Oh, I haven't got me welding gloves. Anyway, we'll let that burn off a bit, and then I'll throw my lamb cutlets on. Give them a bit of a cook up. Made some coleslaw, and it's just a real quick one tonight. So as per usual, oh, it's just that bastard's empty. Get into a neck oil, cook up a few cutlets, a bit of coleslaw, have a quick dinner tonight. The main show will be tomorrow. But I thought I'd say hello anyway. It's been a few weeks. Cheers to your Friday night. Oh, you'll notice I'm drinking Foster's Lager, which is not anyone's normal drink. But I saw it there and I thought, Jesus, I haven't had that since I was about, I don't know, 13, 14, 15, whatever it was. So I bought a slab. Actually not a bad drop. Problem is, they're charging too much for it. It's bloody 70 bucks in IGA, which I was a bit hesitant in doing, but oh well. It's not bad, but I'll stick with me Carlton Dry. Anyway, I'm going to go back into the cabin there, get some sort of cleaning thing where I can go across the top, and I'll come back to you. Rightio. Got a bit of a scrape. It's pretty clean. I put it back in the plastic bag every time I'm finished with it. I just don't know which way to go. Might put 3 on the mesh and the other 3. I think it was, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the old lamb cutlets. I don't usually buy those during the week when you've got a family of 5. You need a bank loan. You need a bank loan to buy these bastards, which is a shame. It's not like there's no shortage of lamb in Australia, but probably give it to all the other countries before they give it to their own, you know. So anyway, I'm whinging. I'll whack those on in a minute. I'm actually spewing a bit this weekend for those that watch my channel and also watch Biker Bits, Mark Victor's channel. You've got a ride on this weekend. You've got a ride on up near Ballarat there somewhere, and I really wanted to go to that. And you're probably saying, well, why didn't you? Because you're sitting here. Unfortunately, I had a bit of a setback. I don't want to really harp on it, but people ask, how's your leg going and that whatnot. I had a CT scan the other day because I was lining up to get the 2 screws out of my ankle because I feel pretty good. And anyway, the CT scan showed that the break that was here, which I think was like a spiral break, is really not mended enough to be able to take the screws out, which was what's probably holding my ankle in place. So I didn't go on the ride because I thought most of the rides are pretty sedate and fairly easy, but it's just that chance if it rains, it's slippery and you come off, and I have to put my foot down really hard to keep myself from falling over. Riding the 790, I just can't risk having that happen to me. So walking around's fine and doing a little bits and pieces. So I opted out. I'm really spewing because I would have liked to do a camp cooking from that point of view, but bit of a setback. I've got to sit tight for another 6 weeks. I'll go back in for a CT scan and hopefully I'll take the screws out and then things will get better from there. Let's put these cutlets on. People in a lot worse situation than me. So that's the way I look at it. The old lamb cutlet. You probably can't see it, it's probably pretty dark. So we'll put a couple there. I love just eating chops and this sort of thing It's just straight off the barbecue, you know, it's beautiful. Put one there, see how we go. I'll change it around if it's no good. As I said, this is not really the adventure cook tonight. I'm just throwing a few cutlets on, a bit of coleslaw, and chance to say hello and have a bit of a talk to you, a bit of a yarn. Tomorrow we'll do the Korean fried chicken, and I'm going to use, I've got 5 thighs there, and I'll cut those up, and I'll explain it to you tomorrow. But I learnt something, and hopefully I remember to explain what I learnt, because you've seen me do fried chicken before and using batters and dipping them in and then flouring them, but they did something different that I haven't done before, and so we'll try it tomorrow, and maybe that's how our Asian friends get that really, it's a bit hot there. Yeah, I'll bring them back over here. Yeah, you know when you go to like Chinese restaurants and stuff like that, and you get that really nice crunchy, really tasty chicken. That's what I want to try and replicate. So we'll do that tomorrow. Anyway, I've only just put those on. You don't want to hear me waffling on. I'll get some colour into these and maybe come back to you. And as I said, the main deal's tomorrow, Saturday. Probably going to go up to Bunnings, have a bit of a chat to you there. Pretty easy breakfast. I don't even know if I'll do bacon and eggs. I might just have a bit of toast. We'll go from there. And plan is, if I don't get the timber, because I can't get it, the property needs a bit of a mow, and the tractor's a bit flat, but I can get it going, so I might jump on the tractor and do a bit of mowing and come back to you, and we'll do the meal at night. But we'll work something out. We'll make a great video together and see what we come up with. Anyway, I'll sit back and have a couple of sips out of me Foster's lager can and come back to you when I come back to you. All done, guys. As I said, not the main event tonight, but that'll keep me going. That'll keep me going as a little snack tonight. Take me short lookers off. Yeah, so we won't go there because it's too bright. Yeah, that'll keep me going tonight. I'll take the hot plate off the fire, and we might get a roaring fire going. Once I get a bit of coals going again and a good fire, I might come back to you, and could have a drink with each other. You never know. Cheers. Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saturday morning. Just having a bit of brekkie toast and enjoying that beautiful sunshine. I'll spin you around. Got the old Canara going. And it is very, very cold. Or frosty this morning. The sun's out. Alpacas are looking for a bit of food. So, plan of attack is today, gonna have brekkie, do some dishes, go up to Bendigo, to the hardware, Bunnings, and see if we can't buy some decking. If that's not possible, I'm sure I'll find something else to do. So I'll enjoy my brekkie, my warmth, do some dishes, get dressed properly, and we'll get on the road. We'll catch you soon. Alrighty guys, back. Obviously when you saw me last I was having me brekkie. I've cleaned up the dishes. Been up to Bendigo. Was able to get me timber, as you can see. $500 later. That's what we ended up with. I actually wanted the 70mm ones, which are a bit narrower. But I had to go for the 90s. So yeah, I had to go for the 90s because I only had 6 metre lengths in the 70s, which means I only really need 4 meters for there. So I didn't really want to join them, and I didn't want to have a 2 metre length. And yeah, anyway, so they were 4.8s. It's still going to be a bit of waste, but it won't waste because I'll make something else out of the offcuts. But and it worked out a bit cheaper. So anyway, I'm not going to film this job because it's already getting on 11:30, close to 12 actually. So I'm going to get stuck into this. I want to get this done because I want to finish early enough that we can do this fried chicken tonight, because it is a cooking segment. So I'll rip through it. I'll try and get this done. Shouldn't take me that long, and I'll show you the end result, and then later on we'll have a beer and we'll do this chicken. I'll catch you later. Well everybody, it's nearly 3 o'clock and I'm beat. I'm going to pack up now. I'm pretty happy with the outcome today, but me well, back's knackered and my foots are getting a bit sore now, so there's a couple of little things to finish off, but we'll do that next weekend. A couple of little trims and stuff. Anyway, spin yours around so you can have a look. There she is. The masterpiece, the decking. I tell you, I'm quite surprised. I'll show yous. Oh, my building's not normally 100%, if you know what I mean. And I'm not a builder. And what I used for gaps to get an even gap, I was trying to find a screw and bolt or something like that. I couldn't find nothing. So how I got my gaps was that I used bottle tops, because there's no shortage of those around here. Anyway, as I said, I've got to finish off a few little trims, but this is the bit that I'm really excited about, and you're not going to pick this up on camera. I'll go back a bit actually, and then I'll zoom in. Is how bloody square this thing was. I mean, I didn't measure it for these particular decking boards. I was actually going to use 70mm wide, but I couldn't get them, so I used 90. But if you have a look here, you've just got that small gap there. Now, and I'll just put a strip along there, but if you follow it along, it really it's almost perfect. It's just too perfect. It's just too perfect for the shit that I do. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a strip along there and a little gap, and I don't even really need to do that because along here is going to be a wall with some windows, so you're not going to see that bit, hence why I started at that end over there, because there's going to be a little bit of wall, like half wall over there, and some plastic blinds that come down because the wind does change direction. But generally on this side and that side there's going to be a window probably over there, because I don't want to take away my view, but there will be some section covered up because I'll probably put a TV under here. But this side here, the long wall, there'll be a couple of 2 or 3 windows in there and a bit of a rail here, so you won't see any of that. And along the bottom I'll do exactly the same as what I did to the hut when I come back up in the maybe next week, and just put slats on the bottom like that, follow it on. I'm going to paint them grey. That door's got to get painted grey, and that door's got to get painted grey. So there we go. The bloody decking's done, so I've got a shit bit now. I've got to go pack up my tools. I'll do that now and put everything away and crack a neck oil and think about making some of this chicken up before it gets too late, and get a fire going and have a bit of a rest, I reckon. So I'll go and do my cleanup, and I'll come back to you a bit later on. Rightio, welcome back, boys and girls. Time to get the chicken on the go, I reckon. So I'm not going to do a fried rice tonight. One, I don't feel like it. I just want to really see what this chicken mix tastes like from the Korean shop, Asian shop. So what we've got here is, it's a Korean powder mix, batter mix, and that's what we're going to do tonight. So we're going to use that. And what they do is, they tend to use chicken thighs and they chop them up into 3 or 4 bits. And I'm going to show you what I saw the other day on my research. It's actually got it written here. They basically mix that with water and make it a batter, or you could probably do it with milk. And they coat the chicken in that, and then they coat the chicken in it again in a dry mix of the same powder. So first I need to chop up the chicken, so we'll do that. So I think I bought a bit too much. I think I've got five thighs here. Washed my hands, get out my trusty new knife. So we just want to chop it up into some small bits, bite-sized bits. And that's what we'll do to get it to deep fry pretty even. So just small pieces like that, skin on, because we want a bit of the crunch. Put that over to the side. Pretty big thighs actually. It's my new knife, cost me 123. I'm pretty happy with that, it's pretty sharp. So what I'll do is I'll keep chopping this up and get it into the size pieces that I want, and I don't think I'm actually going to cut them all up, but I probably should. Maybe I'll cook them up and take some home, but there's going to be a fair bit there. You don't realise how much you get. So I'll keep chopping this up, and then I'll show you the next stage. Rightio guys, all chopped up. So what we want to do is just put our chicken pieces into a container, a bowl of some sort. Tell you what, I'm looking forward to trying it. I'm very hungry. I haven't had a lot to eat today, doing my little bit of building there. So it's actually surprising how many little bits you get I think that was 5 thighs, so pretty good. So, bit of white vinegar, and that's just to get rid of that poultry, chickeny smell that you get. You know, it's pretty fresh chicken, but I'm just following the recipe just a little bit. You don't want to douse it too much, and it's not drugs. It's not drugs. It is MSG, monosodium glutamate. And any of you that say, "Oh, he's using MSG," what's he doing? It's just a salt. Some crazy person got a headache one day from it and thought it was the end of the world. So you don't use a lot of it. That's plenty. The tiny little sprinkle, that also was from my Asian grocer. So move that out the way. What we're going to do is just give that a little bit of a turn. It's actually quite cold still because I just took it out of the fridge. A couple of them were a little bit icy, but that's okay. I'm fine with that because the fire's still making some coals. So a little bit away from there. We're going to just let that, you're actually supposed to let this sort of sit for about 30 minutes. And what they actually do is, they actually put it in the microwave for like a minute if you're going to do it straight away. Enough that you don't actually start cooking the outside of the chicken, but you just warm it. But it's pretty cool out here now, so there's no flies, thank God. So I'll just put that to the side and we'll work on our batter mix next and get that ready. And the idea of it is to put that in the batter mix and then that again into a dry mix into a hot oil. So I'll put that aside and I'll come back to you. Rightio, nice clean glass bowl. Don't have to use glass, that's what I've got today. And now we're going to make the batter mix while that chicken is doing its thing over there on the bench and getting to air temperature. We won't say room because we're not in a room. So, had a little bit of a look. And I reckon a cup of this to a cup of water. So, give it a bit of a go. So there we go. A little bit more than 1 cup. But I'm not quite sure how many chicken pieces that would cover. Because I haven't done this before. So what we'll do is, I'll just fill up a cup of water. If I need to add a bit more in, I will. And we'll just add that gradually until I get the right consistency. So I haven't poured it all in. I've just poured it half in. We're going to definitely need more, I can see that. So there you go, I'll go with the rest because we still could be adding. What we want roughly is like a tempura type, not a runny mix, but like a thick shake type deal. So mixing. Hey, you don't get this every day out in the bush. Korean chicken, eh? Get the stuff off the walls. You might notice I'm using a fork because I actually reckon it works better. It just sort of lets a little bit of the batter pass through the slots in the forks. It's actually looking pretty good. I might just add a tad more water. I'll just keep stirring for the minute. Yeah, just a tad more, I reckon. Yeah, not much. Should do it. Anyway, not much to see here. I'll keep stirring and I'll get you back when I add the chicken and we do the dusting. But until I can do that, I've got to get some more coals here and get our oil ready. So this is nearly ready. I'll come back to you when we actually start doing the whole business. Rightio guys, I've just filled up a cast iron pot with some oil, about half full. Canola I'm using today, which is fine for frying. We'll get that hot. I'm going to now make my powder mix, which is, I'm not really making it because I'm getting it out of a bag, but I thought I might add, you guessed it, a few chives. Always like using my chives. It won't hurt. I can get this bag open. So basically, we're ready to go very soon. So we'll put that in there. Put a fair bit. By the way, this was about, what is it? 500 gram bag was about $6. And it actually has all the directions on the back, which is pretty cool. So go to your Asian grocer and ask for the Korean batter mix for deep frying chicken, and hopefully they'll be able to sort you out. So what we'll do is, everything's prepared, ready. It's just a matter of getting this oil up to temp. So while I wait, I'll cut up some chives. Nice fresh ones today. And whack those in. And I reckon that will just make it just that little bit better. So be careful. Big knife, don't want to chop off my fingers. Got enough problems with me fucking foot. Oh, I haven't told you something. There's been some changes back at Sunbury HQ. The last video you would have seen was when I had the silver camper. You would have seen in that video, and you would have seen plenty of times in the driveway at home. I had the Black Series camper. No longer. Gone. I sold it. I sold it last week. So what I've done is I've gone out and bought another one, and I'm not going to go into too much detail. Is I'm waiting for it to be made. There's about a 12-week wait, which is probably a little bit more better for me, as far as it's got no canvas on this one, so it's pretty easy setup and packing up sort of thing. And it actually has a kitchen at the back, so I'm not going to go into it too much, but there's a new camper coming, so there'll be a whole new video done on that too, and we'll take it out on a camp trip and cook something out of the back of it, and it'll be really good. We can make another video, and it's pretty easy setup, and I'm looking forward to getting that. So yeah, so a little bit of changes going on, and I'm happy to share that with you when it comes. But until then, we'll get back to our chicken. There we go. Put that in there. What are you doing, Mark? Spilling it everywhere. So when that oil gets up to temp, how we're going to decide that, because I'm not using no temperature monitoring thing, is we'll batter the chicken shortly. Excuse me. And you just drop a bit of batter in, if it floats straight to the top within about 3 seconds, you're pretty well right. And we'll just work on that method today. So just use my finger to sort of get that mixed in. Beautiful. Put the lid back on. So all as we're looking at the moment is getting that oil up to temperature. Let you have a bit of a look. Seen it all before. Just my camp oven filled up. And everything's over on the bench, ready waiting. The usual little cardboard thing to put it in. The chicken's in there. I actually, while we're actually waiting, it's not been half an hour, but there's no reason to really wait. Let me go get my tongs. The tongs. I'm trying to work with two hands here. Just excuse that. So let's get that in there. I don't think I'm going to get the whole lot in. I'll get a bit more in. I might have to do 2 runs. Don't know. Haven't done it before. Looking pretty good. Just tap my screen because I've lost visual. Is it gone away? I reckon we'll get it all in there. Won't hurt to soak in there a little bit. Bit funky. Ooh, nice. So there you go. So we'll get that all pushed down. Move that over there. Put the lid back on. All we need is our oil to get to temp. Give it a light dusting, in it goes. Taste test soon. Come back to you. Bloody hell, it gets dark quick. Rightio. Not quite sure if it's hot enough yet, but what we'll do is we'll just batter we'll dust a couple up, or 3 or 4, because I need to be able to put a little bit of chicken in, or a little bit of flour, to see if that oil starts bubbling it up, because there'll become a point in time where it'll have to be dragged out a bit. It'll get too hot. I've done it before. Because it's already starting to sort of make. I'll just throw a piece in and see how we go. It's just all it means is it's gonna go in a bit longer. Give it a bit of a shake off. It's actually sizzling away nice, so I don't think we've done a bad job. Nah, that's probably pretty good actually, because it cools down when you put the chicken into the oil. I just don't want to burn the bejesus out of it, because that won't do me any favours. Man, these bloody GoPros, I tell you, they give me the shits. I was just doing the chicken, and it just freezes up, you know, and I've had to stop the camera and pull the battery out and reset it and root around with the camera. Mind you, the chicken's looking fantastic. I'm going to show you that in a minute. So, yeah, what a pain in the ass. So what I'm going to do is put that over there. No rush. It's all live. This sort of shit happens. I just want to put some more in. That's going to be bloody red hot anyway. I'm not going to be able to taste it straight away. Otherwise I'll burn the old mush. But yeah, the bloody GoPro, get your shit together. I'm tired of your cameras locking up and making me work a lot harder than I need to when I'm trying to make these movies for the good folks on the other side of the screen. Bloody bastards. You might have to check out what's going on in Sony land. Shake, 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 do the shake. Anyway, let's take that off. I'm not going to cook the, shit, it went all over me. I'm not going to cook the whole lot in front of you. But I am going to take you over and we're going to have a look. So, here we go. This is what we've actually come out with. So it looks pretty good, doesn't it? I can tell it's really hot. I just wanted to show you. We're going to let it cool down and I'll cut into it to make sure. There's, how's that, mate? Like that. Out camping. Bit of rice over that side. Yeah, I didn't do it tonight, not enough time. But that's something I will do for you in the future. As I said, this is not my thing. I've never done it before. I don't know what it tastes like. We're going to do that in a minute. But yeah, I want to sort of get into this bit more Asian sort of cooking because they've got some bloody good stuff. Anyway, I'm going to keep an eye on that. When that's cool enough, I'll come back to you and we'll have a taste test. Righty-ho, time for the big taste test. Hope you can see it's not too dark. So, I've just taken another batch off. I'll just cut into that and make sure that's all good. Righty-ho. Oh. That is Michael Holmes. That is the shit right there. Oh. I was just speaking to my brother, obviously. He loves chicken. If he was here tonight, he'd be all over that. I'll take some home tomorrow because I'm obviously cooking a shitload more than I'm going to eat. That is good shit. Very, very happy with what I've done tonight. I mean, I haven't done much. I've just used their ingredients, but it just goes to show you've got to explore. You've got to go out into the shops and you've got to find what you can buy and try these things because you're missing out. Anyway, I've got the deep fry going in the fire. I've got to keep on top of things so I don't burn anything. I'm going to have something to eat. Might come back to you later, I'm not sure, but definitely say goodbye in the morning. Tomorrow's Sunday, I'm going to go home. I'll come back to you. Good morning everyone, Sunday morning. As you can see, just cooking up a bit of the old breakfast as per usual. So I'm going to get that underway, have a good feed this morning, do a bit of clean up around here. I won't hang around that long. Make my way home. I just got to water a few plants and stuff. So thanks for watching. I'm going to wind up the video here. Thanks for coming along for the ride for the last 2 days, and look forward to seeing you in the next Holmeseys Adventure Cooking. I'll catch you later.
Raiders outfit to win 34-10 in Canberra. Melbourne City have secured their first A-League minor premiership after a 1-0 win over the Central.